court reporters, Kim Kardashian is demanding $13,000 from a former housekeeper of hers who's actually suing her. Let me break that down for you. So Kim hired a cleaning agency to hire cleaners from their company or whatever to work for her in one of her mansions. And so one of the cleaners in particular, named Andrew Ramirez, took her to court, suing her, claiming that he didn't get overtime. There were some lost wages in general outside of that, and that he was not being given adequate lunch and rest breaks. And mind you, he was not the only one suing. There were 6 other employees suing her alongside him. And so their other complaint was that they were promised full-time positions, but were only ultimately hired as independent contractors, which meant that they were not eligible for benefits, and they were not going to be paid on statutory holidays. So this Andrew guy who is suing her is a little bit special in particular because he also has a son named, a junior, who he says was underage at the time that he was working for Kim. And in the midst of this lawsuit, he has to answer certain questions himself. It's not just Kim having to answer to things. And Kim wants $13,000 from him because he has refused to answer even the most basic questions in the midst of this lawsuit. And she feels as though he is wasting her time at this point. And so he needs to pay up as a result of that. And the questions that she was asking were just like, what was he doing around the time? What dates and times were you checking in and out? Like, how long have you been working for Kim? She also wanted him to turn over his communications with other people who are suing her, medical files to prove emotional distress, which is what he's claiming in his lawsuit as well. And he has not done any of that. So she wants the $13K, and she wants for him to ultimately sit down and answer these questions once and for all. And when it comes to her overall defense in regards to the claims that people are making against her, she's saying, listen, I did not even hire these people. Come on, you guys, it's Kim Kardashian. Do you think she has time to actually hire these people? No. She says that, and I quote, she says that she hired a third company to hire a cleaning and maintenance crew, and that she is, and I quote, not responsible for how the vendor manages their business and the agreements that they have made directly with their staff. She hopes that the issue between these workers and the vendor who hired them can be amicably resolved soon. And honestly, it really does seem like this is something that does not concern Kim at the end of the day. If you hire a staffing agency to staff people for you, and those staffers have an issue with, working conditions, is between them and the agency that hired them, because they're the ones who set out the terms and the expectations and everything. And you ultimately, in my opinion, should not really be held liable for that unless something of, egregious has taken place. Then at that point, it's like, okay, sis, it's your turn too. Anyway, Radar Online has a scoop on this. I'm going to leave a link to their article in the description box down below. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you want more information about the case. But in the meanwhile, let me know how you think about Kim Kardashian demanding $13,000 from one of the people who is suing her. I kind of wonder where she came up with that figure. Is it in regards to how much she spent trying to, get him to answer these basic questions? Because at the end of the day, she is paying her lawyers to handle this. Is she trying to recoup those costs? It's probably very painful for the person that she's suing, because at the end of the day, this is somebody who is a domestic worker, and I don't believe that they are paid all that much. So $13,000 to him is probably like a lot, probably the entirety of his savings, or a good portion of his savings, and then he mentioned having an underage child working there as well. So based on that stuff, I'm kind of like, oh, that's gotta hurt, that's gotta sting. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm not going to say he asked for it, but he has to do his part too in the lawsuit. You file a lawsuit against somebody, you got to actually participate in the lawsuit or come, coughing up the money. I think it was very risky of him to sue Kim Kardashian in general, because she's got unlimited money to spend on lawyers and stuff. And so if he loses, he's probably gonna have to pay her lawyer's fees, and that's gonna be a lot of money. Anyway, enough about me. What do you guys think about this case? Let me know. And the $13,000 on the line there. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.